Welcome to another ASMR stream. March. Hi Lucy. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. Hi Senshi. How are you? I also hope you're doing very well. Hi Nyrin. How are all you cuties doing? Let's lower the music. Two different. You doing great? That's good. Hope you guys are all doing pretty good. Just tired. I wanted to make a ASMR, even though it's not one of my streaming days. Hanging out. Sleepy per usual. Yeah, that's my usual. I'm always sleeping because I'm always so busy. Just that type of person, being busy and everything. Feel that. Wanna be. Sometimes I'm really good about but lately it's just so busy making videos, also doing working out. Hi, Steel Weep. How are you? Yeah. Hi, Sentry Boy. Hope you're doing well. You're constantly busy since starting VTubing too. You like it to be. You need to force yourself. What type of VTubing do you do? Anything interesting? Any games you've been playing lately? Lucy's always so busy. ASMR, they're very interesting. I don't listen to ASMR personally, but I like talking to people and making them feel safe, comfortable, while also providing a warm environment. Especially talking like this. Lets all the stress come out. Plus, I don't have to be too so busy. Trying to keep up a high energy stream till the people fall asleep. Sometimes even, give them something nice to look forward to. So funny, sometimes I'm extremely loud. You do randomly if you're having trouble sleeping. It's understandable. I've been meaning to make longer form ASMR videos. Gaming mostly, but you also a little bit of singing and ASMR. Very new to the found a passion with it you didn't know yet. I didn't know that I was wanting to be an ASMR streamer, so I started actually doing ASMR. Listen to ASMR pretty often, go to sleep. That's good. I wanna do more ASMR stuff. Maybe like a little bit of stories. Something. You love when I read. I'm not sure you why. There's a ASMR video I made a week ago. It was based on Dark Souls. I really liked it. I got to write the character. I got to do a bunch of new things with my voice. The character felt so natural for me. I wasn't feeling like I was forced to portray something. And I feel like, especially in ASMR, nice. The type of vibe I'm trying to go for, ASMR. Just something that people can listen to while they're gaming or anything, and get to know. This sounds scared of more care, sweetheart. In ASMR, jump scares non-existent. I'm sorry if you thought something, but I'll never let the jump. Whenever I care. Dancing, Lucy. Happy Catter Day. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Hi, Leo. Welcome to the stream. Happy Timmy. So I've been playing around in the Discord. I'm trying to start talking. You're 8? This chat's mostly for don't like, because we talk about some serious. Thank you for the follow. That gifted a sub on the street. Keep losing Discord. Understand. Discord, indeed a place. You wanted to join, but we were playing some burgling gnomes. We're just sort of vibing there and talking about different interests. Really miss anything. There'll always be people around. Everyone. So, hey, mostly just. Hi, Alex. Well, you can meet it to 50, so congratulations. Makes sense. Yeah, it does make sense. As long as there's one person who wants to hang out, everyone's gonna nice relax. Hanging out as friends. When it's with new people I haven't met. You can't hear very well because you're not. Well, we're not really doing much. Just talking and letting relaxation stuff come in. Talk there. Yeah, I'm talking. I want to get one of those ear microphones, but I'm trying to figure out how to do that. kind of expensive. 600. Oh, I've been really good. Those mics are cool. I'd enjoy them. Honestly, the best part about those mics is sort of being able to talk and hear them in different audio spaces. You'll be able to hear me in my right ear. Here. Yeah. The first yawn of the day. I feel like every stream I yawn. You give song ASMR. Hey Elaine the Fox. Welcome. Sleepy. Always so sleepy. Lucy, I'm being honest, I really love your read. Doing really good. Mike, I also never heard once. Yeah. Really do yawn a lot. Yeah. The thing about me is I'm constantly sleepy. I'm always busy. When you're a busy person, every bit of sleep counts. That's why I heard being a parent is so hard because you never sleep because of the little one. Welcome. I want to listen to your ASMRs more. But that's mostly because I just like hearing your voice. Very nice. So to be honest. Aw, thank you. You've been eternally EP even before. Happens. Happens. Sometimes when we're very EP, we're busy. Just like. That's true, and kids make you very busy. You only know because you're youngest. So, I raised my siblings, for little ones, well, and I know how tiring it can be to have younger siblings. Especially because I always take. You're gonna go watch later? You can hear me? Okay. I hope you have a wonderful day. But yeah, the thing about younger siblings, they're always so energetic. Or not, because you're trying to make sure they don't hurt themselves. Or you're trying to take care of them. And I feel like that's one of the hardest parts about being an older sibling. On an average night, 3 hours was 3 hours of sleep. I love sleep so much. My favorite pastime. But 3 hours of sleep is a lot for me. You have an eating issue? Started after you caught COVID? Aw, I'm sorry. Sleep is one thing I cannot get. I try to sleep, but I always have night. And I think that's not really a good thing, but no. Nightmares can do. Yeah. My cat, have a good stream. Thank you, Jim. That doesn't matter. For a year, an amateur for 2 hours. Oh, I was talking about nightmares. I can't sleep very well, mostly because of nightmares. That's basically like most of my sleeping schedule. I get filled with nightmares and then I wake up and I can't fall back asleep. Sometimes I try a little too hard and then I ended up overthinking all night. Yeah. Yeah. Let me lower the music a little. There we go. Sometimes it's just too difficult. Because of stuff. I try to work out before bed, or at least work out throughout the day so I get tired and sleep. You have something like that too? Yeah, it seems to be a pretty common thing nowadays. But I heard melatonin can help. Or at least warm tea for bed and warm milk. Just these different things that can give you comfort. I guess that's also partly why I want to do ASMR. I want to help people sleep, help people feel more comfortable. Barely even function if you get 5 to 6. Yeah. It's hard to function without much sleep. Stuff doesn't help you. Well, take melatonin and valerian root every night. I take melatonin at night just to try to help him with sleeping a little. But that gets repetitive. I don't like taking melatonin too much. Myself, I'm sorry. That was a normal thing for you. Not very nice when we can't do our basic human instinct. Sleep or eat. I know a lot of people have trouble with all of those. Some people cannot sleep because they're so overworked or busy. That stuff makes you stay up longer. Then you should most likely. I don't know, to be honest. I'm not a professional in that situation. But I would say talk to a professional. Yeah, everyone has different motives. Not motives, but like vices that'll help them with their sleep or other things that they do. Yeah. I try to take my melatonin an hour or two before, so it takes a while to kick in. I just take the melatonin. It'll take a while. You're working a lot more in school. You're probably so overwhelmed with everything that sleep was the last thing on your mind. Understandable though. I just don't want you to run the risk of burnout. What if I was an advanced deep? Could be something. Yeah. It's a bit weird how that works. Some people it kicks in instantly. Some people it takes, and then some it never takes effect at all. So weird. I forgot I still have the loud tag on my stream. wonder if that's something I should be removing. What other tags? Last time you used that stuff was put up for a solid 48 hours, so yeah. Streamlabs, get out of here. That's understandable. Like we said, it works different for everyone. I truly hope that you find something that helps you sleep, especially when you need it the most. Because sleep is something that everyone needs, and no one should go without. And, yeah. I'm hoping that someday I find something that, you know, even if it's just listening to a story, or maybe a warm hug from someone you love. As long as you have that little bit of, then Petrosaur is cuddling his tail. Very cute tail, to be honest. You know, when I first started VTubing, everything felt so weird. I thought VTubing was gonna be way different than it actually. Just one of the stories I have. Because when I first learned about VTubers, I thought it was, oh no, everything's a get some snacks for the quiet stream today. Yeah. There's no sound in the quiet stream other than the voice. Tried everything. We lay in bed for several hours before passing it. Yeah, that's how I am when I sleep most of the time. Just like things will come and go. Some things may. Most of the time I'm up at night thinking about different things. You know? I have stuff going on in my mind and I don't know how to get rid of them. Sometimes I try counting sheep, but that doesn't work. And then sometimes just thinking about a place I like helps a lot. I don't know if you guys ever seen the beaches in Japan or Puerto Rico, but the beaches over in places like that are much better than here in America. You feel safer sleeping during the day, then that's okay. Some people are night owls. Some people like to wake up early. Everyone's different, and they all each have their own thing they want to do. That's why there's jobs for people who's watching you. I'm always watching. Yeah. Right here, falling asleep and sweet easy. Waking up multiple times a night, just fun. I used to be able to sleep a lot, you know, yet I could sleep anywhere. Fanboys are cute. Thank you. I'm getting pet. Get the hand. For the pet. Long pet. I hope you're having a wonderful time right now. Are you gonna stream today? Is that one of your things? What got you with the sleep was that 180 shift. Literally, you had perfect one night to the other. Sleep that. Been like that ever since. that also happened. I remember I could sleep anywhere. Some days I'd sleep in class. I would find the desk so comfortable, and that was pretty nice. But you only have 30 minutes to be awake after taking the meds before. I hope that it makes your sleep very comfortable when you knock out like that. Because when I take some medicine, I go to sleep. Everything feels so comfortable. The blankets feel like a warm weight on me. And Steve, I'm curious as to the type of vents do you? I wonder if they'll work. Aeroclip. I think I've heard of that. Let me look it up. Ah. Yeah, I've heard of it before. Although, used for other things. Not just used. Fine. Very helpful. You know, that's a pretty... Hi, Blout gets... Welcome. You have a wonderful time while you got prescribed something similar for sleep. Sometimes trying new things like a new medicine can be... But, you know, the only way to get about life is to try new. That's my take on it. I know some days, yeah, like, I get worried about trying something. And eventually eats away at me. I kinda wish I could have a nice brooding. It's a heavy medicine, but it helps you out. Sleep is... Lucy again with the pregnant. I'm glad that you're able to find some that helps you sleep, Jay. Sometimes I can't find, like, a thing that helped my friends sleep. I have a few friends who suffer from sleeping issues. But I try my best at. My friends are maybe right. It literally takes so much out of my meds that does nothing to you. I bet Lucy likes some diverse. I don't know what that is. Less than 48 hours of savings left. What is it? That's what. Now live. That says I'm now live on my meow. Fastest immune system stuff. Hi, Spider Woman. Welcome to the stream. I hope you have a wonderful day. And even after your... Gotta spread all the good vibes there. Oh. I think some of my friends have been really nice stuff. Nice to see. Mhm. That's so cute, actually. Good that some content creators don't talk to the community. You can't hear me? I'm talking very quietly. That helps. This is an ASMR stream, so we're just like, yeah, we're just talking very softly. Softly and making it so people can fall asleep or talk as they wish. Tonight's the night I will fall for you. Over. I love that meme so much. The whole emo thing. I love emo memes. So adorable. What is this? Why do I... Epic streamers. Oh. So cute. Eh. Just watch as 4 people join the stream. It happens. People come and go. It's pretty well. Really recommend that people that can't sleep try green before you. Yeah. As long as things are legal, then help. Hi Smokey, welcome to the stream. Let me get the hand. I'm trying to find my hand. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, welcome to the stream. And that's so nice. Seeing my friends all come together. Really wholesome. Yeah, I wish to be a hug everyone. Like hugs. Hugs so. I just had my water really nice. Really cold. I like it when my water is like extremely cold. Then it's like relaxing. Do you guys ever drink cold water and then you feel it like go down your chest? What are you? I'm Songbei. So Somki, are you like the vibration? Smokey the You mean Smokey the like the forest guy? Yeah? Or what do you mean? Or a boy? Yeah, I'm a boy. Smokey is a really nice. Always seeing people prevent forest fires. Yeah. Him. Only you can prevent forest fire. Smokey starts fire. That's a little different. Smokey, you shouldn't start fires. Bring them out. Never start the fires will end us all. Okay. What a silly thing. Fire's so cool. It is cool. One of my favorite things to do is light incense and breathe in the smoke. I don't know, it really adds to the atmosphere of things when you have incense. Just have it blowing around your room. Yeah, you fight wildfire with Firekeeper Bay would agree. I would agree. Question 1. Hi Kristen Stay. Welcome to the stream. Hey Bianca. I'm doing pretty well. Just relaxing with my friends here. How about you? Megaverse is a fictional a regular bio. Be an alpha or omega. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I wouldn't like that. Hello there. Chilling? That's good. Chilling is really nice. I love chilling because sort of let everything happen. Pet song. Yeah. Give it a pet. Why there's so much stuff around recently. I'm back from the bathroom and now we're talking about Megaverse. I guess so. I don't really like it. It makes me uncomfortable. Thank you for the pets too. Thank you, thank you. So funny because yeah, you went from 6 to 7. God, smoky. 7. What a silly thing. Such a silly little. Imagine being that so silly that even simple meme 6, 7. Not the 6, 7. You're not gonna ask about the whole Megaverse thing. Yeah, that's a topic I'd rather move on from. The topic that makes me uncomfortable. One I don't like. I want to say something stupid. That's okay. Silly cheese. Yeah, I get silly sometimes. But yeah, I was playing some burgling gnomes with my friend earlier. Our guy, don't mind being called. I'm a boy as well. Trying to make it obvious to everyone. I'm male, born male. Yeah. Some people think that calling me a girl would get in. I don't really care. I just sort of go with the flow. Yeah. We all make mistakes, Jay. Yeah. The song is nice. I've heard it once before. Biting my lip right. Yeah. Yeah. You always thought Lucy was a bread. Well, in a way, Lucy can be a bread. Yeah. Lucy is a bread. Lucy's a bread that no one will love. Because it is a yummy bread. Nah. Transgender pride. We love supporting people. My favorite thing. for people, including friends, everyone that know through love and something we need. We need more people that deserve love. We need more people to feel that. Yummy bread. Lucy, you'd be a really tasty for an actual. It'd be so tasty that I wouldn't eat you. I'd just keep you in a and don't preserve you forever as my bread friend. Oh, this stream is really cozy vibe. It's actually helping me relax a lot. Being too. We got a blankie now. I love blankie. My favorite blankie is one I had since I was a kid. I've actually had it as my grandma, before she passed on. She got me a little blanket, and it made me extremely happy. I kept it ever since. Now I can't sleep unless I have my blankie. Make your own bread sometime. That's really nice. I like baking bread. My favorite bread to bake is sourdough. Snuggie, you still have your blankie from when you were a baby? Me too. Like a comfort item that, unless I have it, I won't feel safe. I like it when things like that make me feel like I'm a kid again, because that doesn't last forever for anyone. And those childhood years are something you're gonna want, you know? Something you always want to go back to, the nostalgia. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this YouTuber called The Librarian. He talks about creepy and comfy stuff. I'm sorry if it's gonna make you emotional. I'll give you a hug. But yeah, like, sometimes whenever you think about childhood stuff, it'll bring you so much comfort. You'll have a hard time to sleep of it. It's a thing that I think happens to everyone. We all have an object we get attached to. The sentimental value. Mine is my blanket. And then I still have a bunch of old things I was given, like gifts. I keep them in a box from my previous exes. People that meant a lot to me that have now passed on. And a box I took inspiration from. It's labeled Memories Do Not Open. I took it from Coldplay, that album they have. Because, you know, if you open that box and you look at all the memories, you'll indeed feel something that you haven't felt in a long time. And sometimes it's best left buried and revisited when you need it the most. But yeah, happy memory. I have so many paintings on my wall from different stages of my life. I have some Star Wars posters from when I was a kid. I have posters that were given to me by a friend that Aisha got when she was 5. The bear has been through it. Never gonna get rid of it. And she shouldn't have to. You don't use the stuff that has sentimental value to you. I do. My blanket I cuddle every night. Kind of just imagining what life would be like without it sometimes. That hurts. I don't know what my life would be like without that blanket. It's got me through some really rough times. and some really dark places. Oh, it's gonna rain soon here in California. In about 3 days, we're gonna get rainfall. When we do, I'm gonna go outside. I wanna take a picture of the rain and then describe how it makes me feel. We're so old that it leaves material. Yeah, I'm from California, Los Angeles. Low-key turned to dust. Sometimes. You know, my mom said, "Oh my god, Song, your blanket is so old it can on its own." And I'm like, yeah, I know. I care. I care a lot about it. And no matter how many pieces it's in, it'll always be a part of me. As one whole thing. You know, because of the stuff we've been through, honestly, it would just make you try yourself to sleep. You really don't want to do it. Also, sometimes all you need is yourself. You don't need to put everything into an object. Just, for some people, objects with sentimental value, it holds a piece of them that they can't hold inside themselves. That's my take on it. Yours is the Affleck duck, the official one. I'm not gonna laugh at you. The reason why I don't want to laugh at you is because, you know, we all need that little thing. Affleck duck is so cute though. You know, when I first saw the Affleck commercials, I would constantly be just saying Affleck to everyone. My family got so annoyed. One of them threw a sandal at me because I was so annoying to them. They're like, Song, you need to shut up. And I'm like, no, Affleck. So cute. That's why you have a random stuffed animal you sleep with? Aw, that's nice. What stuffed animal is it? Or does it change each time? I have one of my blowhighs. My little shark. But I don't know. Last time I had someone over, they saw my shark and they didn't like it. So I keep it in the closet. I'm too shy to tell anyone. I really like stuffed animals. You don't think they make money? Hope they, like, even if they don't make them anymore, it's gonna be even more treasurable for you because they're replaceable. Someone hated your plushies, you kicked them out. I don't have the heart to kick anyone out. Like, if I make anyone feel bad in any way, I start to feel extremely bad about myself. Your teacher has autism, can't stop herself from pepping. I do not like the blowhigh. Well, I don't think they like the fact that I was a femboy. They found that out that day. They thought I was just a normal emo guy, and they saw my femme stuff and were like, oh, ew. And I'm like, I'm sorry. It's changed over the year, but now it's Kurappa from Hunter x Hunter. Ooh, I want to see that. Hold on, let me look them up. Kurapika. Kurapika. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, it looks squishy. Yeah. I like that too. But if someone acts like that in your safe space, please be very grr. Sucks that happens, so it's okay. Not everyone will accept me for who I am, and that's fine. Oh, pets. Yeah. You got it from a festival, that's really nice. You know what I think is really nice? When people talk about stuff that they really enjoy. Like, if I could find someone who's talking about, like, a thing, like a lore video or something they really enjoy, I could listen to them talk for hours. And then they'll start ranting and I'll be so entranced because they're really enjoying themselves. And that makes me happy. Topeka's low-key and emo too. Oh really? Yeah, I can see that a little. If you ever see me, you're gonna go get my computer mouse and put it somewhere high. I'll be sad if you do that. Because I use my computer mouse a lot. I rarely ever leave my house. The world is just too scary. And I feel safest in my room. Yeah. You're that kind of person, you yap non-stop about things when you're in a VC on the stream. That's what I love the most. It's so nice. Sometimes when I'm streaming, I like to yap about my favorite interests. And then when chat is yapping about it with me, I get so excited and I feel so, like, welcome in place, you know? I've met a bunch of people who try to treat streaming as, like, a job. And they'll backstab everyone. Like, just to get better with themselves. Honestly, you found your account randomly and low-key when you found out you're a fanboy, you're like, cool, someone I can show outfits of. Yeah. I love talking to everyone. You think streaming is a hobby? It is a hobby. Yeah. I want to learn about Berserk. It turns out the best animated studio Mappa is gonna make a new Berserk anime. I'll probably watch it then. Yeah. Streaming can be a hobby or a job. So like, where I'm at right now in life, streaming is my job. Forget about the backstabber type of streamers already. Yeah. So, streaming is my job because I go to school and the only income I make is from content creation. But that being said, I don't want to be a streamer that just makes friends and then uses them for content. That's why with collabs, I've never collabed with someone just willy-nilly. It's always been someone I've been friends with. I need to make sure that, like, connection is there. And I want streaming to be not just a job, but like a friend thing, you know? That's why whenever I get a message from any random person, whether it's a viewer or someone who just likes my fanboy pictures, I try to answer them. That way I can, you know, make that connection and make a new friend along the way. I don't see myself above anyone else just because I'm a streamer and just because I'm putting myself out here, like, live. Hope your vibe meter. Yeah, you hope your vibe meter you have from being a part of roleplay communities helps you suss out people well enough. But I mostly find the nice one. Yeah. I like roleplay communities, to be honest. Sometimes it's nice to be someone you're not and write like a giant detailed backstory for them and feel the emotions that they have that aren't yours. I love that so much. Scratch my eye. Yeah. Little EP eyes. You should read the Berserk manga. The penmanship is amazing. Like, literally the most detailed drawn manga there. And yeah, I kinda wanna read it. I wanna get physical copies though. I like physical copies of things. You low-key just let life go on without being noticed sometimes. I used to live like that. I used to not care about anything. Like, when life goes on, I would just try to hide. The same with what I said about streaming. Then I'm glad to see other people share my views. Because, like, I don't know, I've seen so much drama going around streaming, and I don't need drama. I've got drama in real life. I got family to take care of, and you know, being an older brother and stuff. I don't want to have to deal with people online telling me that they don't like me. If they don't like me, then okay, I'll do my own thing and make my own friends, and we'll have a good time. And the door's always open if they ever change. Recently, me and my friend. Yeah, streaming should be fun. Yeah, I agree. Streaming should be really fun. That's why I love it. That's why I do pop-up streams like this. So I can come out with everyone and love for it to be a job. I'm mainly here to have fun, make friends. And not expecting it to ever be big enough for a career. Yeah, I don't expect it either from me. The money I make here is stuff that I just like. You know, like money I make here gets reinvested into streaming. And maybe a little bit of food because I have to eat. But other than that, I don't really spend money. I mean, honestly, people that know you in real life don't really notice you. So you just see things that people don't see. No one notices me in real life whenever I'm out in public. I'm like a shadow. But that's because no one's gonna notice the emo guy that's just like in a hoodie and white pants. It's not noticeable. Everyone looks like that. Everyone's looking for someone with beautiful hair or something. But I don't know. That's why I like my online presence more. Tried to scratch my eye. Online is just easier. Online you just need to, you know, relax, be yourself, meet people that are also being themselves. We don't need any of those fake, icky. Oh shoot, look at that cute guy in the black hoodie and sweatpants. I mean, no one notices me whenever I'm in my black hoodie. There's a thing I like to do. That's cute gremlin in real life too, thank you. But there's a thing I like to do that if you ever have the time, I suggest you try it at least. Is sometimes I like going to the mall and sitting down and just watching the people there. You just kind of watch, see what each person's vibe is. Try to guess what they're doing there. And yeah, literally just observe. Song's not cute? Yeah, I'm not cute. I'm oof. Yeah, I'm oofed up. Yeah. I love people watching. Some people just are really nice to look at. I don't stare because like, if I see a family passing by, I'll kind of look at them and I'll be like, maybe someday I'll have a family. Someday I'm with you. Are you pretty? No. But yeah, I like looking at. Nice. Talking to people is a different story. I'm not very good at talking. I wish I was. Not the case. Talking to people is extremely hard for me. I never know what to say. I always worry I'm being too pushy. Song dad. I know, right? Imagine me as a dad. Sing a little song right around. Have him do something. I don't know. I wouldn't be a good dad. But I'm pretty sure that's what everyone said. No one knows that they're gonna be a good dad. You don't know how someone doesn't see you being 6'2". It looked like you just got off a construction site job. When you go to college, you got called a ghost because someone didn't see you until you said something. Like that. I watched a video recently about someone being completely invisible. They were invisible to everyone around them, and as they were walking, they realized that there was other invisible people too. And it was a really good video. I gotta find it again to show you guys some, but eventually they found more invisible people, and then all of a sudden they were visible. Talking to people depends on the context for you usually. In real life, hell no. Way too shy. Online communities you're familiar with? Easy. Online communities you're less familiar with? Still better than real life, but more anxiety than you. Yeah. It's like that for me. If I know the group of people, or if I know them, I'm just gonna come in and start screaming. And, you know, they could see excited song popped up on Monster, really excited. But if I'm not familiar with people there, I'll just join in, say a couple words, and vanish. Hard to stay somewhere where I'm not seen. And yeah, just in real life, it's scary. 6'2" buddies. Huh. It's okay to be awkward sometimes. Just get your across. You will understand. Hold on. Sorry, I had to sneeze and I didn't want to blow your guys' ears out. I've been sneezing a lot lately. Might be catching a cold. Not good to be sick. Catch a cold. You're super uncomfortable in public, but working in schools, you gotten used to chilling your nerves. Even then, you have to wear your headphones to isolate you. In public, I get very nervous, and I always have my headphones because it's very, very scary. Bless my soul. Thank you. I guess the intentions thing has been a bit of an issue with you, the streaming community so far. Are you scared that people would hit them up for clout chase? You just don't hit them up at all. But the thing is, Nightwrath, is at one point you need to take a leap. You need to reach out to someone. Say, hey, I would like to be your friend. Even if they don't understand your intentions at first, you tried. And in that trying, you can either make a friend, or you just continue on as you were. I know how hard it is, because when I was first starting out streaming, reaching out to people was so difficult. I was so scared. But at the same time, if I hadn't reached out, I wouldn't have met my closest friends in streaming. I have people who I look up to as a mentor because of that. That's really part of growing, you gotta reach out. I mean, one of my closest friends, I've never collabed with him because I respect him too much to ask for a collab. But he's really inspired me to continue streaming, and he's inspired me to never give up, simply because he's always saying oh yeah, everyone who does VTubing gives up, and I don't want to be part of that statistic. I don't want to give up because people tell me to, just give up. But yeah, always nice to at least try to reach out. Depending on what kind of game you play, you can hook me up. A bunch of fighting game players. Well, that's nice. I don't know if any of you guys have seen Halo Wars, but Halo Wars Professor Anders. Let me change this song to paper for me. Professor Anders always says this thing: nothing ventured, nothing gained. And because of that, I always think about it. What would I do if I don't take this leap? If I were to stay here, would anything change? Usually great at being the first to approach people. You've definitely had more anxiety surrounding Stream WoW, Final Fantasy roleplay, for example. Streaming WoW is a very difficult thing. I have a few friends who stream WoW, really good at it. I used to play a lot of World of Warcraft, but I haven't lately because I can't afford it. It's expensive to gain a membership. At the same time, some of my friends do it for a living. All they do is play WoW, having fun. Most of the people they've met are through streaming, and that's good. They join this one guild where you can meet other streamers, like an invite-only type thing, but that's where they get their collabs. You can see that. Nice name. Yeah, World of Warcraft is really nice. It's one of my favorite, well, it used to be one of my favorite games of all time. But I haven't really played WoW in a long time. Since before midnight, at least. When midnight released, my subscription expired. So I just can't find the time or funds to pick up the game again. Continue. But, yeah. Never played it? Okay, it's like something you gotta experience on your own time. I played it growing up as a kid. I'd come home from school and I'd launch World of Warcraft to start playing it with my friend. We didn't have Discord or Skype back then. I mean, I'm not that old, but we didn't have Discord back then. And so what we'd do was we'd call each other on our phones, put each other on speaker, and do some questing and what. My goal was to do every quest in the game. That way I can accomplish something. Back then there was a piece of paper and a game tag. Oh. No, I had PCs a lot when I was a kid. We had World of Warcraft, we had Halo, all that stuff. You remember you tried it for 1 month and gave up and went back to RuneScape. RuneScape was fun, but I didn't like PvP. I was always afraid that if I PvP'd in RuneScape and I made someone lose their stuff, that they would hate me forever. And so I never wanted to be hated. So I just never did it. Level 99 fishing. My god, you must have been fishing a lot. Wanna see Halo Bay? You'll see me play Halo sometime, I promise. Think how stuck you get to WoW comes a lot with when you started playing it, to be honest. Almost everyone I know who played it for the first time when I was a child, including you. That's how I am, yeah. I only started, playing WoW because of being in as a kid. If I were to start WoW right now, I wouldn't know what to do. I feel like if I just started this very day. Hold on to that promise. Yeah. Someday I want to play Halo Legendary on stream with a group of other creators. Just 4 people playing Halo and Legendary, having a good time. No drama, no scariness. Just chill vibes, talking for hours on end, drinking Mountain Dew, eating Little Caesars. Old graphics. Just, nostalgia trip. Yeah. I feel like that'd be really nice. That was way too difficult for new people. Yeah, it is. You're 31 and can't remember a time where you don't play video games. Because your mom liked arcade games and you know how to play Pac-Man when you were 3. Yeah. So, Little Caesars, let's go. I had Little Caesars last night. Hi Blau. Welcome. The swarm of sticky grenades flying around. That was so crazy. Grenades always got me. Back when I would play MLG, I was in an MLG tournament one time. I would throw sticky grenades like crazy, and I would always hit my target. Actually, recently I was on someone's stream as a guest star, and we were playing Halo. They could not beat me. They could kill me, but I always won at the end of the day. Because of that, they don't want to play Halo with me anymore. Started off with Firefight, and then it devolved into pure carnage, playing Slayer while drunk. Just had to adjust my feet. 101, me and you. Which game? You gotta pick the Halo, and I just hear the word Munga Munga. You know, the tiger is still haunted. Halo 3? Oh, good luck. The first game I played with MLG, Halo 3. Then I moved on to Reach. And then I went back to 2. 2 is the one I was weakest at, because I didn't have as much time left. But Halo 3 was a big one for me. I love Halo 3 so much. Just the whole vibe. Like, humanity is all gone. It's reduced to Earth and everyone. Then, all of a sudden, one shining spark of hope. Get rid of the flood. My wrestling coach put on Halo 1 StarCraft on the district server when you're in high school. You could be played on any computer in the district. That's really nice. I want to play StarCraft some. Played games all your life, but you wouldn't say you're that good at any of them. One of the games you're best at is definitely WoW. Maybe Counter-Strike. Semi-good at. Yeah. Actually, WoW you think you're good at. That's good. Yeah. Sleepy cat. Halo 4 was the one me and your cousin played the most, and you also beat Halo 4 with only pistols. Halo 4 was nice, but how is it for me? It's only 2:58 p.m. About to be 3 p.m. Just I woke up and I did 2 hours of driving. Needed to run an errand for my little siblings. Hi Solas. Welcome. Beautiful cat. You didn't realize how early it is for me? 11 p.m. here? Aw. What part of the world are you from, if I may ask? I don't want to seem, too weird. What part of the world? You're 3 hours ahead? Didn't know. Mm, mm. Originally from Germany, but you live in Sweden. Aw, that's really nice. Used to play Smash Melee, Project M tournament. Never played. SoCal has a bunch of top 100 Smash players, including the best of all time. Yeah. Here in SoCal, we have a lot of elitist gamers. I think that's better. You would live in UK if not for Brexit. Yeah. What times are your streams, Naira? Are they like your mornings, or do you stream around this time on your night? Posture check. My posture check. I do the. Yeah. Thank you for. I drink the water now. Thank you, thank you. And thank you for the follows. Person. Around afternoon usually. 5 to 6 p.m. your time is usually when you start. And then depends on your mood how long you go. So usually stream like 11 PST, but I usually stream 2 hours long, right? Early morning for me. Yeah. I usually stream for like 2 hours, but recently I'm trying to stream for 4 hours because I want to spend more time with everyone who comes in the chat. I want to start talking more, getting to know them more. Yeah. That's what building a community is. Being more friends. And eventually, friends will make themselves. 11 PST. 11 AM. Yeah. I usually stream like in the morning. Because if I were to do later, I would probably fall asleep or something. I have a routine where I get up, I get my sushi and a Monster Energy, and then I just stream. 8 p.m. your time. Yeah. Wonderful time. Sushi way. Yeah, I love sushi. ATSD instead of PST. Ah, my fucking. Bit my lip. So, like, my teeth are very sharp, right? I have, like, fat teeth. I have fangs. And I was just, trying to vibe, and I bit my lip with it. Usually go for 2 to 3 hours, you aim for 4. It's pretty hard, to be honest, to talk for 4 hours on end, just trying to be entertaining to people. I find it one of the most difficult things I've ever done. At the same time, it's something I'm proud of myself for doing. Because, I agree on that. I mean, at the end of the day, you can say that you've made it, and that you've streamed for 4 hours. You've held on to that same energy, where you can talk to people and let them feel like they're welcome. I think that's very admirable. Like I said earlier, I wasn't expecting to do ASMR streams when I first started streaming. I thought all of my streams were gonna be like video games. I'm gonna be like Markiplier or Moist Critical in gaming. But then I realized everyone's doing that. Everyone's already doing that, and they're so much better than I am at all that. So I decided, hey, well, what else can I do? What else do I like to do? I like to talk. I like to use my voice. I like to do voice acting. And boom, someone said ASMR. They said I have a good voice for ASMR. So I started doing ASMR videos, and next thing you know, I'm doing ASMR streams. And I still like doing my games. I like playing games with people. I like, showing people, hey, look at my favorite toy. The game. I like this game. I want to tell you all about the lore. So I can do both now. And that's nice to have that extra category. If I don't know what game to play, boom, just start chatting. Start talking, letting people know. Limits and notice when your energy, when you can't keep up in chat. Can't. Yeah. I had a friend that does streams, and they literally stream themselves photoshopping, video editing. Yeah, you can stream anything, pretty much. Hi, Smokey. How are you? You're gonna start posting reviews of books, comics, manga, manhwa. Read a lot of boo-boo. I'll tell you how much it's. And that's another thing you can do. Just talk about experiences. Something that you've read or like, and your opinions on it. Sometimes I'll watch a video, like 2 hours long, about someone's opinion on something. And it's good. Their opinion just makes everything look better. Want to get back into making Photoshop stuff? Good. I feel like it's a really needy thing now, especially now that the AI bubble is bursting and people are finally coming to their senses. We need humans to make content. And shut up, you're the best. I'm not the best, Smokey. I'm really not. I'm far from the best. If I was the best, I would change the world. I would make people happy and make everyone's life easier. And as a content creator, my goal is to make it so at the end of the day, if people are suffering and they feel alone and need something to relax to, they can come home and I'll be there for them. I'll be the light in the darkness that holds them while they cry. I'll be there to be a friend whenever no one has it. To be honest, you don't think of streaming in a way that there's other people who do it better or not. Even a way of only one you know? I think every person brings something unique to the table. I'm more interested in the person and less of playing. Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. It's just, sometimes, whenever I'm playing a game, I see my friends, they have 53 viewers. They have so many people that love them. And then sometimes I'm like, well, I can never do that. I'm not like them. But then you have to take into account that they've been doing this for years. I'm new. And they're like doing all these things, right? They're doing multiple content things, and then I'm just starting out. I'm like a little baby compared to them. To be the light in the darkness for someone is such an admirable thing. That's what I want to do with my life, right? Growing up, if I ever saw someone fall down on the playground, first instinct would be to go in there and help them. One time I was late to school because this elderly lady fell outside her house and no one was there to pick her up. So I stopped my school journey, right? I stopped walking to school I stayed back and helped her, made sure I was there until ambulance arrived. And then she sent me a note later because she knew me, and it's really nice. That's one of the things that I value in life. I mean, hey, you think I'm doing great? One of the streamers you found in here that you enjoy the most. Thank you so much. It warms my heart to hear that. Honestly, yesterday when I got fan art, I was like holding back tears because it's one thing to commission an artist, right? You commission an artist, use a piece you like, but it's another thing when someone comes out of their way, right? They go out of their way and say, "Hey, oh my gosh, Oatmeal scared me." What a scary dog, little. But yeah, they come out of their way and they're like, "Hey, I really like you, and I made this for you." Doggy, yeah, he scares me sometimes. Oh, he had a nightmare. A little baby. Oatmeal, he's a rescue dog, so he gets nightmares sometimes. And he started barking in his sleep, and then he wakes up, and then he runs at me. And then I have to remind him that it's just like, it's just a dream. Thank you for blocking the bot, Smokey. But, I was talking about something. Trailed off. The thing I do, trail off. Oh, fan art, yeah. So, yeah, they sent me this fan art, right? And they were like, "Hey, it's posted on my YouTube." And I got so excited because they took time out of their day and, effort using marker to start drawing me, right? So when I looked at it, I like almost burst into tears on stream. I like had to hold it back and everything. And then after stream, I like broke down crying for 10 minutes. And I was so happy. So I sent my mom the message. And I said, "Mom, look, I did something. Someone made art of me." And then like I gave my mom a hug. Then I showed my little brother, and then my little sister, and then I showed my friends. Like my friend who's like this really big streamer, right? He's a big guy, like I think 200 viewers per stream or some shit. And I just told him like, "Hey, look what happened. I got my first fan art, like one of my first fan arts." And then like, "Oh, that's a great song." And he told me that I'm finally like getting out of my bubble and doing stuff. Yeah. You okay, Oatmeal? You coughing? Yeah. Oh my gosh, he's coming over here. Hugs. Give me a little hug. You bet my siblings are proud. My siblings they're teenagers right now, so they're kind of like, "Oh, whatever." Oatmeal ASMR. And my siblings are kind of, "Oh, whatever. You're doing something. All emo and that." He'll shake. He gets shaky sometimes. I Oatmeal. You know how big a deal. And hopefully, either way, it's not gonna change how I think about them. Whether they support me or not, the things I do, I'll always be there to support them. Kind of like a thing that you have to do as an older brother. You gotta make sure that they don't re-follow in your footsteps. You be the figure that they had. Meal's an interesting name choice for a pet. Well, that's because Uh, when I got him as a rescue, I was with my ex. I was living in LA. It kinda sucks, not gonna lie. But I got him as a pup. Not a pup, like 1 year old. And my ex was like, oh, I wanna get all these dogs. I wanna get all these dogs. And then I see him in his kennel. He's crying, he's alone. And I found out people kept returning him because he's so needy. And because of that, it was a kill shelter, so they were going to put him down later that day. And I didn't want him to suffer that fate. So I was originally going to get a husky. And I told the caretaker at the place, I'm like, hey, everyone wants huskies, but who wants him? And they're like, oh no, he's just another dog, we're just gonna get rid of him later. And I said, no, I want him. So I played with him for a little bit. I spent an hour with him, right? Within that hour, he didn't really want to play. He just wanted to lay down next to me. And I'm like, oh, okay. What a cutie. So I told him, you know, I'll take him. His name was Oakley at first. Oh, you remember that name? His name was Oakley. And I was like, well, he looks more like a bundle of oatmeal when he sits down. So I'm gonna name him Oatmeal. He had all these little stomach issues and a whole bunch of stuff because they were mistreating him. But because they were going to already get rid of him, they gave him to me for free. They just signed over the paperwork. I didn't have to pay any, like, adoption fees or anything. Except to the state, of course. They just transferred him over to me. And ever since then, he's lived with me. He doesn't like leaving my side. Except when he needs to, you know, go to the bathroom or something. But yeah. He's just, you know, my little partner for life now. You remember when you got your dog? He was a pit mix. Years before we got him, we were training him to be a fighting dog. Oatmeal was training to be a police dog. First got him, or before I got him. They were really enforcing police training on him, so he's like very panicky. He gets very afraid, especially if anyone has like marijuana or like a toy gun. He starts to panic and he starts to flip out. LA has great weather year round compared to a lot of places. You're an hour from the beach, even in the worst parts of LA. The city is expensive, but the surrounding cities are cheap. LA is cool because you can go to the beach even in winter. It'll still be around 60 degrees Celsius Fahrenheit. The thing about LA is very like hot all the time. Very hot, very expensive. Some of the people are extremely mean. And I'm just not, no. I imagine what it would be like to live somewhere one day. I want to move to Norway or Sweden. People are extremely mean. I mean, if you think about it, he's sneezing. If you think about it, oh, you come to slime out my ass. Thank you. Hold on, let me put Oatmeal out real quick. He needs to go pee pee. Okay, buddy. Okay, let's go take. Alright, there. I took him out to pee. But yeah, You're thinking about Spain? Spain's pretty nice. You could drive 1 hour away to the Big Bear in the winter to see snow if you want. I've never seen snow. But with people being extremely mean here in LA, you have to think about, like, everyone here is just another statistic. According to... Oh my gosh. There's someone outside playing the loud ass music. Thank you, American John, for the follow up. I only say good things about Sweden so far, to be honest. Everyone speaks English here. Not sure you referred it over to Germany personally, though. I'd say it was an interesting dog. He died 5 days after he graduated high school. I'm sorry. I lost my dog Flynn 2 years ago. And it was one of the hardest things I've ever went. According to, like, LA, how it is in big cities like this in America, police and other, like, city officials, they don't see people as people. They see them as a statistic. So if I were to go outside, right? I go outside, I get killed by like a hit and run or something, and then make yourself feel like a bad statistic, but yeah, probably so us. But like, I get killed, right? The only people that will mourn me are the people that know me. So my family and my friends, they're the only people that care. Everyone else is kind of like, oh yeah, that happens every day. That's one of the hardest parts about living in the big city. I mean, it's everywhere, but if you were in a place like, say, a small town in the US, right? You're in a small town in the US, and everyone knows everyone. You have more, like, chance at being missed by random people. They'll be like, that's the guy at the store, I know him, I miss him. And just, yeah, people will be more respectful. The US thing, sadly, yeah, might be. But not to be, like, on a depressing topic. Eventually, someday, things will change, you know? We're going to eventually grow as a species and love each other more. I'd like to believe that. I'd like to believe that no matter what we do as, like, humans, we're gonna go forward. You gotta put yourself out there to be remembered. Yeah, but at the same time, you shouldn't have to go above the bare minimum to be remembered after you pass. You know, sometimes existing is all that matters. And that's what we should do as a human being, like species. We just gotta have it so we'll care about what happened. And people are more mindful about what they do. We gotta support each other and love each other. But yeah, anyways, that's just my 2 cents. You do think people need a lot more empathy again? I love empathy. It's like, empathy is something that a lot of people lack. There's sympathy and then there's empathy. In my mindfulness course, I had to take this mindfulness course for college. They're like, hey, there's sympathy and then there's empathy. Sympathy is, I acknowledge you're hurting, and I feel bad for it. And then empathy is, I'm over here hurting with you. And I feel like that little analogy they gave me really felt a lot. You lost empathy from the stuff you see. Oh, you're always human. Someday you can get it back, you know? Someday we'll have a happy point in life, and I hope that you spread it with among the other people, yeah. When you're at your happiest, I hope you radiate that happiness to everyone around you. Build a spread. I like to think that. I like to think that when I'm happy, I want to share it with everyone. And then make them happy too. And then it just spreads. Yeah. Little spreading happiness. Such an eventful day. I woke up, drove my siblings, got pizza. Democracy is not what people need. I installed democracy in the country. It hasn't worked one time. I mean, that's just like a political topic that I don't really go into, but I just think people need to love each other more. Empathy. I don't care about politics. I don't care about all this other stuff that's going on. I mean, I do care, but like, opinions are personal and not in professional like setting. But what I care is that people will take time out of their day, acknowledge each other, that we're all humans, and hopefully support each other. Remain neutral on subjects. Because, you know, putting myself out here on the internet as someone people listen to and just look at. I don't want to align myself to one side. I just want to be a neutral force and separate my online self from my real self. You gotta be known as and appreciated as an individual. Good at doing stuff. Yeah, kinda. Very relatable. You had a period in your life when you got very pessimistic and lost all hope and had a whole mindset instead of everyone said. I was like that for a while. I thought that there would be no one in the world that's really nice. And thought people would just be out to get me all the time. And sometimes people are out to get you. Sometimes people will use you for things. But no, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. Even if they use me for something, I still want to believe that there's something in them that can change. And if they hurt me, then I'll take a few steps back. We won't talk anymore. And if they ever change again, they're welcome back into my life. I never want to alienate someone entirely. Match on that subject? Yeah. Thing is, Smokey, if I roundhouse kick them, what do I gain from that? If I force my hand to hurt someone else, you know, I'm not a sadist. If I force my hand to hurt someone else, am I just gonna feel good about myself? I'd rather spend that energy going out and doing something for myself instead of to them. Roundhouse, roadhouse. In a video game, yes. In a video game, I'll do the most evil things. But in real life, I never do that to another person. I guess that's what it's like being a gremlin catboy on the internet. using each other can be a part of a normal relationship, but taking advantage of someone's a problem. Hmm. Like, if I was with my friends and they want to do a collaboration with me, we'll just put like that as a thing here. They want to do a collaboration with me, and they're using me for content, but at the same time, I'm getting a friendship out of it, and not like a fake friendship, like an actual genuine friendship, then I think that using is okay. But if they're using me like saying, hey, we should collab, then they never talk to me again, that's taking advantage. And I think that's the wrong one. You didn't lose hope in people, you just can't feel empathy or show emotional like a normal person. That's also understandable, you know? Sometimes things happen. Sometimes we get that disconnect. It does suck that you sort of have to mature and realize that not everyone is out there will be good to you. Sometimes you miss that innocent self of you that thought everyone was inherently good and didn't even consider that someone could use you. Unfortunately, for me, I learned at a really young age that people will use you. And so, I've used that my entire life to just push myself forward and make myself be a little more mindful of things in general, you know? We're just relaxing. All we can do. Relax. Make people do the pet. Myself. The same sadly, your emotions are very numbed and only clarification, but you cherish each time they do. Emotions, a lot of them. And I'm hoping in your journey, creator, as a person, feel emotions a lot more in a good way. Observer. Let me let Oatmeal in, he's done peeing. My little baby. Him. Okay. Yeah, okay, I am back. Headset on. Anemia. You had a friend that you kept trying to help because their family sucked, but they ended up making lies about you, kicked out of where you're living. Some people help, try not to close. I understand. I've tried to help some people that wouldn't really want help, and at one point, I want to say it ruined my life, but it didn't, because my life got better. You're homeless for 3 months. For that long. I'm gonna give you a hug, Jay. I tried helping someone once, and they betrayed me with that. I opened up to them. I told them about something I was going through, because I wanted to relate to them. And they got better. They were doing much better in life. But then, one day, they got into like a really bad mood and an argument. And they told me, hey, you know all that stuff that you told me? Well, I'm just gonna air it out, tell everyone, and make it a big problem. And then, for a few months, things were different between me and my friends. And I lost that friend group of that thing that they just let air out. Because my friends were very judgmental about stuff. I understand. Honestly, people think life is a joke because you laugh. A way to just hide some emotion you want to show. Yeah. One of my coping mechanisms is to laugh. Right? I'll laugh In the face of danger, I'll laugh whenever I'm scared. I'll laugh when I'm sad. Because it's hard to show emotion sometimes. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to share it. So I'll start laughing. You ended up sleeping on your friend's mom's couch, and mom put out a missing person report and found you. Well, I'm glad that they found you, Jay. I'm sorry you had to go through this. You tend to be the therapist. Help everyone because that's just what you do. Not the sort of friend who helps or who supports endlessly because you also call it their bad behavior. Some people have sadly gone on to block you. Here's a friendship. They've even gone on slander campaign. Yeah. Just how life is, sadly. It shouldn't be like that, but how it is. Sometimes I'll try to listen to a friend who needs to vent, but sometimes I have people who vent to me every day, and we don't have any sort of friendship other than them messaging me saying they need to vent. And I feel like that part hurts a little bit, you know? Like, we're trying to... Friendship has to go two ways, and only going one. And sometimes they'll even... Like, yeah, they'll even just be assholes about it. They'll say like, hey, we're you know how you let me vent to you all those times? Let me just attack you, let me slander you and drag your name through the mud. Just a way of revenge they do. Try and help people out, but people always take advantage of that. Yeah. Lucky you slept outside on concrete ground. You're homeless with only 2 hoodies to keep. I feel very bad whenever I see someone sleeping outside on the... One of the things I did when I was with my ex, she kind of got mad at it, but I had a blanket I keep in my car, right? I gave it to this person who didn't have a blanket because they were sleeping outside of a grocery store. And my ex was really pissed. They're like, you gave away our only blanket that we keep in the car. And I'm like, well, yeah, but they don't have a blanket. Winter is gonna come in a few months. And if they're still out there in a few months, I don't wanna have to, realize knowing that they're suffering because, we wanna have a blanket in the car. And I think that's kind of what led to our breakup one time. Because they really didn't like me. You had a friend that used you as a therapist and didn't talk to you, otherwise what goes to your plans? Sad, lost some old friendships, but they refused to understand. Yeah. It's hard when they don't understand your emotions. It's hard for me to say my emotions to people, even. I'm gonna be honest about that. If I am feeling really bad, or if someone hurts me, I don't like saying, hey, what you said really hurt. I'd rather just shrug it off and not tell them. That way we can remain friends, because I'm afraid that if I tell them they hurt me, that they're gonna leave. And that's not something we want, You had to make sure you were hidden because the state you live in, it's illegal to sleep in public areas. The same here in California. In California, people get arrested for just sleeping on the sidewalk. And I don't really think that. Lead thy life, thou seest. Yeah, live your life, man. Live your life how it is. You wanna live a good life, then live a good life. At least try. Trying is all we can do. On the floor, on benches. I'm glad that you have a place to stay now, Jay. You know? I'm glad that you're in a new place. And you're not suffering. You have the same song. Made it a thing easier to state it immediately if something makes me uncomfortable. I feel like people have started sipping over you. That's good. I'm proud of you for doing that. We lost any journey, no matter today's lost or conquers tomorrow. That's another good quote. Yeah, unlocked every day. You gotta find the right friends. Someone can't take the damn criticism. Being and understanding that you're trying to help them or be a good friend and strengthen the friendship. Yeah. At the same time, I'm just really afraid. One of my biggest fears is losing people, you know? My biggest fear is putting all my effort into someone, saying, hey, I like our friendship, I like everything we have going on, I never want it to end. And then next day is the last day I talk to them. It's inevitable, it's something that happens to everyone, but it's still one of my biggest fears. You fear the other side? Yeah. Someday I'll get over my fear. Someday I'll be able to manage, you know, loss, everything. Because it's a part of life. Nothing lasts forever. That's a mighty serious fear. Hopefully you can find a friend that do that and do thick and thin. I'm trying. I mean, I've never... I don't tell people this, but I don't have any friends from childhood. My longest friendship was 7 years. And even that, they ended up leaving. And that's because of, it just didn't feel like the same connection that we had. And so, I mean, I'm not gonna give up. I'm never gonna give up. But it's just, that's what guides my fear. My biggest guiding of my fear is I like, you know, really enjoy someone's company. Never gonna, yeah. You got this, twin. I believe in you. Thank you. I believe in you too. I'm not very like worried anymore. Like to the point where I can't sleep and stuff because of it. Yeah. I'm trying to be, you know, open to everyone. Feel me on all of this? Thank you. You've got this too. Funny because we're in ASMR, like we're doing ASMR, right? We're talking, we're doing sounds, we're doing all this, but we also have this emotional aspect where we're like letting out our emotions to each other, like a group therapy. And I'm glad that we're not judging each other. Because like that's the best part of feeling safe and comfortable, is not judging each other. Honestly, I'm really afraid when someone's judgmental. Really comfy. That's what I want to spread in life. Comfort. Comfort to everyone. One of my favorite things to do. Like someone's like, I want to go around you. And I give them a hug and we live the rest of the day. So I actually have a story about that. So for those of you who like have seen my personal life and stuff, everyone knows I don't do hookups, right? I can't do hookups. I'm not a very the B person. But I met this one guy, right, on a dating app. And usually people on dating apps, whenever I meet guys, they're like, oh, I want to hook up. And I'm like, no, I'm good. This guy, he, his husband just died. He was 40, I was like 20 something. I think I was 21 or something. But he didn't want to hook up, right? Only thing he wanted from me was someone to be there with him. And so I said, you know what? Christmas is coming soon. Here's the thing. We're gonna go get some Legos, right? So we got Legos. We went to Target, we got Legos. We went to his house. Started building these little Lego sets while we were watching Avatar: The Last Airbender in like these little hoodies and snuggies and stuff. There was nothing sexual, nothing adult. It was like two kids. Even though, we're massive adults too. It was such a beautiful thing. And I mean, at the end of the night we ordered pizza. We came home, like he dropped me off at my house around like 1 a.m. after we binged the whole series. It was really nice. One of like my core memories. Because like, being a femboy, a lot of people think that everything's sexual as a femboy, right? I make all these sexual jokes, right? They're like, oh my god, horny song. But at the same time, I'm not, like, they're just jokes for me. In reality, I just love making people happy and comfortable. I actually have a Lego that I built. I have a little Lego Baby Yoda right beside me. One of my favorite things to look at because the ears move up and down. As long as it's a cutie cuddly goober. Yeah, I like cuddling people. I like cuddles and little things like my favorite one of my dreams, right? One of my dreams is someday get a song plushie. And I don't want a cheap plushie like some plushies that people have, right? It's like 30 bucks for a cheap plushie. I want something that's like a weighted plushie. Something weighted and cuddly. So even if I'm long gone, right? Say I quit VTubing, say I don't make it as a creator, or like I disappear off the face of the internet. Even in spirit, I can still be there for someone. I feel like that would be pretty odd. That's just one of my little dream goals. I don't care if the plushie is like bare minimum to pay whoever makes it. Like, say 15 bucks for the person who makes the plushie. I don't care if I get revenue from it as long as it's doing its purpose. That's the best thing. I'm so happy about that. But at the same time, I mean, I could always get like ad revenue or something from YouTube. You don't need to. I don't need to be a billionaire or anything. I need to be able to eat and talk to my friends. That's all I live for. Let me drink some water real quick. Love water. I want to live comfortably with money. I mean, even if I don't have money, right? I just want to live comfortably. I could literally live in a studio apartment or no, studio apartment. You get me on the horny part being like persona. Give a heavy, corny extrovert vibes on stream, but you're an introvert bad boy. Yeah, that's how I am. I'll always give them hugs and cuddles. I'll release one someday, once I get bigger. Not even a million, just let me support people and buy the stuff that make. That's what I want, you know? I just wanna be able to relax. Tell my mom, hey, I'm alive. I'm doing stuff. I just wanna, you know, vibe. Care less about having a, like, massive mansion or whatever. I don't want that. What am I gonna do with all that space? What am I gonna do with all that loneliness? God forbid living in America lets you relax. It's okay, Bismuth, you know, someday things will change. Someday we'll have the ability to relax wherever we are. So, one of the things that gets me through hard times, right? You know, like, as many of you may know, I really love Halo. Halo is one of my favorite things. In Halo Legends, the movie, you get to see that eventually humanity stops fighting itself. Humanity decides to venture on, and that's when they go to the stars. They start colonizing new planets, and there's enough space for everyone. And then, can we watch it? You're bringing it up a lot, I'm curious. I mean, yeah, we can watch it sometime. I mean, I can't watch it on stream because, you know, copyright, but off stream, always watch stuff. But eventually, humanity doesn't have to fight itself. People don't have to be at each other's necks for space or resources, because the universe is limitless. So everyone can work together, and that's when it brings about humanity's golden age. But, I mean, of course it's Halo, it's a fighting thing, so it all gets bad because aliens come over and kill everything, but yeah. You have to promise to tell me all about Halo and everything, the whole lore. Oh, that's gonna be so crazy. Someday on stream I'm just gonna yap about Halo for hours on it. I don't get why people get huge mansions, it's so unnecessary. The big spaces are even a bit eerie to you. Honestly, I can't live in a place that's big. I need my small rooms. I need my small room, kitchen, bathroom, and a backyard for oatmeal. Pretty much all I need, actually. I don't even need a living room. What am I gonna do with a living room? The living room I have in my apartment, I'm like never in it. That's where my grandma stays. I'm only in there when she wants me to hang out with her. But like, just don't have a need for that, you know? If I have a friend come over and they want to watch a movie, you just go up to my room. I turn on the TV or turn on my computer and speakers and we watch Lord of the Rings. We don't need to have a whole like massive room for everything. I mean, it's nice to like have an at-home theater, maybe, I guess, but it's not necessary. Although, you know, someday I do want to get a pool, just because it's always hot here. I've never owned a pool in my life. I've only been to like public pools or private pools when a friend brings me there. Do you think you're like a separate bedroom, or separate the bedroom? It's supposed to help with sleep? That's purely from sleep issues perspective. Yeah, I mean, here's a tip, Nyrith. If you have windows in your room, get these noise canceling windows. Or not noise canceling windows, noise canceling drapes. I put them around my bed and it helped me sleep a lot more. I'm like able to fall asleep more and relax because it keeps the room nice and dark and I don't hear noise from the outside. What about a jacuzzi? I don't know, jacuzzi seems kind of unnecessary. I could just sit in the bathtub and rot there for a bit. Yeah. I like rotting. One of my favorite pastimes. A little rotting boy. Aww. Person follow me. Little jets are cool. I'm gonna be honest. This might be very stupid. And it's okay if you guys judge me on this, but I like sticking my finger in the jets. Every time I'm at the at a jacuzzi at like a hotel, I stick my finger in the jet and I just wiggle it around. Even planning on doing that this week actually. Communication coming. Welcome, Soundwave Superior. I hope you have a wonderful day and enjoy your stay. What the hell is... What do you mean? Like, in general, what is bigotry? So, let me pull up the actual definition. It's like the irrational intolerance of belief. Or, you know, lifestyles differing from one's own. Like being closed-minded, you know? Like, cause, for example, I'm a femboy, right? I'm a femboy, and someone says, hey, I don't like femboys. And I really wish that you didn't do that because you're affecting my life, because I don't support your beliefs. That's basically bigotry. It's just like not accepting other people's opinions, way of lives, being closed-minded. Hey, Autobots besides Cliffjumper and Jazz? I really like Jazz. Jazz is one of my favorite Autobots. I mean, Soundwave isn't it? You don't like Femboy? Jazz, my boy. So fucking cool in the movies. You love Femboys? Oh. I don't know if you guys have seen the Transformers animated, but called Transformers. Not the animated movie. Fuck. I'm trying to find it. Wait, Soundwave. Soundwave is actually. Damn, Soundwave and Decepticon Revolution. I remember Soundwave so much. Like, my little brother, he was a big Transformers nerd. And I remember I'd always get him a bunch of toys. Transformers Prime? Was that the one I watched? Transformers Prime. Yes, I think that's the one I watched. Yeah, that's the one I watched. Oh, that's nerd again, I dare you. Oh no! I called my brother a nerd. Yeah, Transformers Prime was the one I watched. I was like... I simped for RC hard, dude. Those was Starscream. Starscream's always fucking running away from everything. You have Transformers figures too? Yeah, me too. I have so many. You have G1 Devastator? Dude, Devastator's so fucking cool. I love Devastator. He moved into the big city a while back. You very much underestimated the noise and how much light enters. Yeah, Nyrith, and I think you're really gonna love the drapes I was talking about. I live in the city. Absolutely. Your most priced I want. One Soundwave. Let me see the one Soundwave. Oh, the original. Generation 1. Okay. He's really nice. That's the one I got for my brother, actually. And thank you for the follow. But yeah, I got my my brother one of those from a thrift shop. He was he saw it and he's like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "The Transformer." He got so excited. He was like, "I didn't know Transformers look like that." Showed him that. Wait, you got the LAAT of the Republic? Wait, which one? You have to tell which one. Oh, and Lego. Dude, as a kid, I got the Lego, like, oh, I got a Lego Star Destroyer. Like, the one with, like, 1,000 pieces. I was so happy. Second gen? Second gen. Oh, okay, the second gen. Yeah, I want to get that one, actually. Lucky you think you had one of those too. I can set it. Beginning to figure it out, though. I couldn't figure out a lot of the LAT. Well, not LAT. A lot of the Legos as a... Oh my god, a white monster. Are you a femboy? I mean, even if you're not a femboy, white monster is just like my favorite. I actually have a white monster can in front of me because I was drinking it before stream. Not you. It's okay if you're a femboy. I mean, I'm a femboy too. I'm one of those femboys that hyper fixate over Legos. I hyper fixate over Legos, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Halo. Maybe a femboy. I mean, it's okay. And if you're like not idea, I have a full idea of what you still drive like a lunatic, same. Look for adrenaline. I mean, I have a picture today of me going like, I don't want to say because I think that's a felony. I was driving really fast, right? I drove really fast this morning because my heart was racing because I drink a lot. Yeah. You got a Discord? I do. Let me put the... I have Discord and I always try to talk to people and, you know, spread the love. I never like being one of those people that talk about. Thank you for the bonk, Smokey. You're being a really good boy today. Bonking all the bots. Did you really? Thanks so much for the bonk. You bonked the Streamlabs for me. Okay, I'll try. You pet me? Hold on, let me get the pet supply. Where did I put my hand? I like being pet. It makes me feel safe and happy. Like being safe and happy. Gotta be a nice person. Oh no! And that's the story of your dark time. It's creepy. Hope I hope your rims get better. 200 to 300 euros repair. Oh, so expensive. I can't afford that much. At least not right now. At one point I could. Did I say rims? I did not mean rims. I'm sorry. That's the fucking... Is that your bumper? Your poor car. I know. Poor car. So much more. Baby is... I want to send a picture of my car sometime. I drive a yeah. Meow meow meow. Meow. I have a 2019 Volkswagen Up. What is your dad? I have the chip-tuned Audi, Audi 8, 1960. I really want a Dodge Charger someday. I thought about buying one as my first car, but my family said no. Like, oh, son, you're gonna get a break. At least I get it. We've been saving up for years to get my car. I've been working a lot, trying to put the funds in. And then just got the car. McLaren. Really good. McLarens are so expensive. You know, I thought about what I'd do if I had a really expensive car. I'm like, you know, that's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna get an expensive. If ever. That's it. I don't need an expensive car. What would I need it for? Right? And my friends just won't lie. My beautiful. Is it? Your car. It's so beautiful. Where? Probably shouldn't have. So beautiful. Yeah. Pictures of places and places I may never see. Care for your car. Care for my car too. My car is an extension of without my car. Only two, one whole, one half. You'll drive until it gives up completely. That's how I am. I don't have need for another car. On my car, no more. Car's not worth a lot. My soul is gone. I feel that. Replace. My car is like. My car's not worth very much. But to me, it's worth everything. Because I've made a lot of memories in my car as well. Me driving my first freeway, me driving alone for the first time. Outside you wouldn't care, but inside. Inside, I've cried, I've laughed. Got last year for your 18th birthday. That's good. And my car is like, means a lot to me. I've fallen asleep in my car many times waiting for classes. You know, waiting outside people's houses because they're like, oh, I'm gonna get ready last second and I'm gonna pick them up, so a lot of that. And if your grandma perishes someday, then this car will be a memory of her. She bought you the car. That's even more significance to keep. And for that, I think it's really good. You know? We were just talking about sentimental items earlier today on stream, and that's a really good, really good example. For 7.5k. I think that's about how much my car was. But yeah, like, not very. Now a year's worth about 10k. That's good. I mean, yeah, don't sell it still, but good. It went up in value. Yeah, I literally can't. But oh, minus an image. Yeah. As I was telling chat earlier today, my most sentimental item for me is my my blanket, because my grandma gave it to me when I was a baby. I was a little kitten. And he's long past since. You have the EPs I've used. Okay, I hope to talk to you sometime, Nyrith. You know, outside of stream. You know, like a friend talk. How did I know you're a femboy? Just by saying what you drink? Because, I'm drinking it too. Most femboys, we like White Monster. It's kind of like our staple. Yeah. You like many monsters? Oh? What's that? Like the assault kind? What? Mean? What's that mean? Nah. Camouflage. Camouflage monster, what is monster? Oh, I've never seen that before. The ghost monster. That's new for me. Never seen it. One feels like an assault on my son. Ah. So silly. Hi Sly Wolf. Welcome to the stream. A few words from earlier in mind and try to reach it. Good eves too when you get in many hours. Thank you so much. I look forward to talking to you. You will give me bleh. Fanboy edit. So nice, because I wasn't even planning on streaming today, and yet today has given me a lot of emotion. Nobody insults my favorite and get away with it. You didn't know I was live? This was a pop-up stream. I'm usually not live around this time, but I kinda wanted to talk more. You know, I wanted to talk to people. I wanted to not spend my Saturday rotting in bed. And so, because of that, I turned on my camera and my stream equipment and started talking. I didn't really have a plan, yeah. Autobot's inferior. Yeah. Soundwave is really cool. It's so nice though, because even though I wasn't planning on streaming today, I started feeling a lot more happy. Changed my day for the better. And I'm hoping it's changed other people. Thank you, Rat Happy, for I've never had that monster. Like Dutch said, a plan. Which Dutch? Talking about? Are you talking about the Dutch from Halo? Are you talking about the Dutch from Call of Duty? really nice. Nice. Come back to me. Hope you have a wonderful time. Yeah. You showered? That's good. Did you have a wonderful shower? Sometimes when I shower, I'm worried. I slip in the shower. I slip and it makes like a banana sound. My back and it. That's nice. That's good. My voice is hurting from all this talking I've been doing for 2 hours and 35 minutes. Hard. I'm sorry, but the sound redeems don't work on ASMR. They're turned off because, like, when I'm doing ASMR, I don't want people to get jump scared by the random sounds I have. Hydrate, sink that. Let me hydrate. Hydrate. Thinking about what I'm gonna eat for dinner tonight. Hydrate again. Okay, I'll hydrate. Thank you for the 3 stream streak, praising that. Let me do the pet song. I don't want to come out shy. My hand. Thank you for the pet. It's not a very calming day for me. At least recently. Past 2 hours have been talking about people's experiences and how everyone feels. And it's been pretty good. For stream today, it's mostly just been talking about emotions, different things we want in the world. Everything is in it, and we're taking advantage of what we have. I'm not too, like, stressed out. Like, when I woke up this morning, right? I had an anxiety attack. Oh man, what am I doing? And all that. But I couldn't sleep. I talked about this at the beginning of the stream. I couldn't sleep. I have sleeping issues. And just hanging out with you guys really helped. Oh no, it's okay. My therapy is streaming and talking to people. That makes me feel genuinely happy. And I'm glad for that because my other friends, some of them get burnt out from streaming. But I don't feel that. The only burnout I feel is my voice. My voice gets a little too starchy because I talk a lot. And I yap a lot. That becomes a big thing. But like, it's so funny because the more you talk, the more you need to. I'm mostly a very heavily introvert. The more I need to hydrate. Yeah. I'm almost out of water. I've been having my I've been drinking my water all day. And all these things. At least it's not monster this time. I'm being honest, I already drank the monster for the day. I had the monster at the beginning of stream, and then I have my water bottles back up. Because they're monster. You need to hydrate with the actual water and not just processed drinks. Although I really like processed drinks, and I'm not a big fan of soda, right? I don't drink much soda, but yeah. Make sure to take care of yourself. Yeah, I need to take care of myself more. So, I don't eat much, right? I rarely eat. Return to this. I don't eat very much. I don't really know why. I'm not hungry, but I'm trying to eat more. So I've been setting reminders for me, telling me to just eat and do stuff. So I'm doing that more. That's my self-care. To remind myself to eat. Remind myself to do certain things, like I need to write a script. I just writing. I exercise every day. I love exercising. It helps a lot with mental health and being able to do things. And you know, it's really nice watching all these people go. I made a lot of new people today. Thank you, Carmen, for the follow. When you're hungry, I don't get hungry too much. I just sort of, I don't know, like my hungriness just sort of turned off after a while. It happened when I turned like 18. I just stopped getting hungry, and like, oh my god, my body's wasting away because I'm not eating. I'm eating now. I need to be healthy, happy, loved. 3 things in life that I Oh, that's so cute. My friend has a little emoji of a little dance. So wholesome, actually. My other friend is online. Poor guy. I don't want him to be. I want to be his. Whenever I see a friend overwhelmed, my first instinct is to just ask him, hey, what's bothering you? How can I calm you down? You need attention, you need space. Name 3 things you need right now. My friend recently, he was feeling good. He was feeling pretty sad about his life. So I'm like, hey, what's your PayPal? I don't have much money, but this is important. And so I sent him money to get an ice cream tub, right? And then I just relaxed with him while he ate ice cream. Sometimes you don't need to like move mountains or anything for your friend. Just like a simple spending time with them will help make them feel loved and appreciated. I feel like that's one of the best things you can do. Yeah. I love, like, that's one of my favorite things. Just eating ice cream when you're with friends. I love eating ice cream, watching a silly show, and then just fucking vibing with it, right? Nothing too serious, no stress. Me, my friend, and whatever we're watching. Let me pet my. Thank you for the pets. You wish you could do that? I mean, it's pretty hard to find time to relax. Especially for me recently. I've started dedicating one day to just no streaming, no content creation, no school. Just dedicating a day to me. Where I sit down, I do nothing, vegetate. I don't even do my workouts for the day. Sit there, watch a movie or something that brings me comfort. That way, if I'm like stressed, that day is my day to stress. Oh yeah, my friends live all in different states too, different even countries even. I don't really have very many real life friends. I mean, I have like one, but I don't know. I'm not a very real life person. I'm mostly on. I have like that Chronicle Online element. But I do like when I'm hanging out with friends online. I feel more comfortable hanging out with friends in Discord than I do in real life. Because I have such a low social battery. And if I ever have to do like a meet and greet at a con or something, I'm gonna be so fucking drained. I mean, I would try to hug everyone. Like everyone who shows up to my meet and greet. That I would give everyone a hug. So many hugs, so many like handshakes and pictures just to spend time with people. I mean, just today in the Discord, me and a bunch of people, we were just hanging out, right? We didn't do much. We didn't feel any pressure. Just sat there, played our games, talked. I made new friends. That's what I love. I love that. No stress. Met some really chill creators lately. Cool. You know that they're nice when you can literally kick your feet up on the table and fall asleep while talking. My favorite things. I've had so many friends fall asleep on call to me. Life can get overwhelming sometimes. Just clear your mind and meditate. Meditation's so hard for me. I'm not much of a meditator. Anxiety gets in the way. But I've recently gotten some incense sticks, and I light them up. Put them on my windowsill. I just sort of watch the flame go up. It's nice to see fire do its thing and in its controlled manner. Slowly takes the time away and calms you down. Eventually, there's nothing left but a little cinder and a little stick of what the incense used to. I have a whole pack of incense sticks that was a gift to me, and I treasure it so much. I'm sad because one day it's gonna run out of sticks and I'm never gonna have those same ones again. I can go to the store and buy new ones, but they're not the same because that was a gift. But at the same time, if I don't use the gift, I'm not appreciating as much as I can. It's just a little dilemma. Meditation is fun though. I mean, I've had the gift for over a year now. Like every other month I light an incense candle and I just relax it. But it's just when I get to that one last candle, or not candle, one last incense stick, then I have to really appreciate it, because that's the last one. I agree, watching fireworks is relaxing. When I first got my VR headset, the thing I did, the very first thing I did, was I went to this like VR forest and I just sat down. I didn't run or do any games, I just sat down and kind of relaxed. Relaxation is such a hard thing to do nowadays, especially like where I live in a city. We don't have greenery. Am I anxious right now? No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm so chill right now. Like I said, streaming is my therapy. My therapy is talking to strangers on the internet and making friends, building community, having people support you. Yeah. That's why I'm doing ASMR. So if anyone ever feels anxious, they're stressed and need someone, I'm here for them. Yeah. Just so hard to find. Yeah, pet again. Yeah. Yeah. But it's just so hard to find a place that's relaxing in a city like this where I'm at. Because there's so many man-made objects and everything like that. If I want to find nature or trees, and they're gonna be all over in places I've never been, you know? Whenever you get stressed, try 478 breathing. Oh yeah, I have an app for that. Back when I was doing therapy, like I wasn't a therapist, I was receiving therapy. Back when I was receiving therapy, my therapist was really chill. She's like, you know what song? Yeah, there's an app on your phone here, try this. And then she went ahead and she was really nice. She bought me the app, right? She bought me this breathing app. And it helped a lot. It was just a very nice thing. It's like little things like that. She didn't have to buy me that. She could have just told me about it, like, and all that, but she went ahead, spent the $5 and got me the app. Because she said that the money that she gives me, or that I give her, is not what she's there for. She's there to see that I get help. And I thought that was really nice. I feel like we should get more medical practitioners like that as well. You know? That are there for your health and not for the money. Because I feel like money is not as powerful as passion. Passion is the most powerful thing you can have when it comes to work. But yeah, as I was saying, I keep sidetracking myself. Sorry, I have like I have low attention span. But about the memories you make along the way. Yeah, it is. It certainly is. Hydrate? Okay. But it's so hard to find places to relax in cities. Yes, you have parks, but the parks are always filled with trash or all these other people. You don't have time to connect with things that you really want to stress about. And so I found that really difficult living in LA area. So what I did was instead of finding park or greenery, I just picked a random direction and walked in it. For a while, my therapy was walking in one random direction and seeing where it takes me. Seeing all these new places I've never been before. All these little small businesses of people trying to get by that no one will ever know because they're just there, you know? That's their entire life. Their entire life is that small business in the corner. And yet I walk by it and I'm like, whoa, this is enchanting. Like, I love that so much. kind of like when you're in a repetitive state. Yeah, the little things matter the most. When you're in a repetitive state, like you're in the same schedule every day. You go to school, you go to work, you have to do something, take care of family, and then it just loops every single fucking week, right? Sometimes that shit's just too much. Can't function like that. But once you take a break from that, go a different route to work or try something new for lunch, it can really change your day. It's so cliche, right? So cliche, but yeah, the little things matter the most. Take a day for yourself and recharge your batteries. Exactly. Like, I was gonna take today off and just, relax today, but this is, relaxing for me, even. Tomorrow I might not stream, because I have a strict streaming schedule. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays at 11 PST. But I'm starting to do these little pop-up streams where like I'm just, I'm in the mood. I'm just gonna turn on a camera, talk, play games, make friends, put myself out there, and then after it, I just go to a Discord and kind of sit there, talk to people the rest of the night. Voss, oh my god, the fucking Far Cry 3. But yeah, that is so true. The definition of insanity is doing the exact same thing over and over and expecting something to change. If you don't change something about your life, you can't expect anything to change. And I think that's really true, because I never would have gotten my driver's license if I hadn't done a change. I was actually terrified of driving for a while because a car accident I was in. And I'm like, oh my god, I never want to drive, because if I do that, then I'm never gonna change. And then I'm like, hey, but if I don't get a driver's license, I can't go to places. I can't go to the mall at will. I can't go out to get food at will. I'm tired of walking everywhere. I'm just tired. And so I'm like, you know what? Let's just do this. We're just gonna chill. I still drive like a maniac. I mean, you got me there. I do drive like a maniac sometimes. But I pushed myself to finally get that driver's license. I mean, to some people it's nothing, right? Some people it's like, oh, he just got his license, that's it. But to me, that was overcoming one of my biggest fears, which was that car accident. I never wanted to do that again, but now I can, I can take myself places and I can be more self-sufficient. I don't have to rely on like a friend taking me somewhere. I don't have to have a friend call a friend and say like, hey, I hate to be a burden, but can you take me here? Can you take me to the store and get food? I can take myself now. And then if someone needs help, like a friend, I can be that friend to take them somewhere. I feel like that's pretty pog, The next thing on my agenda of like life goals is to make a steady income. That's pretty much like everyone's agenda. I'm hoping to get a job in 3D animation or voice acting. They're so competitive. The whole job market's so competitive right now. When you side to side move, the songs move, they took that fun fact. I've drifted before in my car. A few times actually. And I've also drag raced. I literally live the cyberpunk lifestyle in real life. I mean, that's just kind of my vibe. It'd be hard in cities. You live in a more commercial area and residential, so everything's close by. Sadly, I wish everything was close by here, but things aren't exactly the best at being close by. I mean, yeah, we have like McDonald's down the street. Yeah, we have Popeyes, KFC, but we don't have things like I wanted to get like a specialty market, something, right? Like a specialty market. I won't be able to find a Japanese market unless I go 2 cities over or something like that. Yeah. Just kind of like the hand we're dealt. I mean, Smokey, you live in like a city, right? City, suburbs, big area, a lot of people. Somewhat, yeah. When was the last time that you've heard pure silence? Like, smallest few blocks down to your house? Yeah. But yeah, when is the last time you've heard pure silence? Like nothing, to the point where you can hear your ears ringing. And it's just a different experience. Over here in where I live, we don't have any silence. All like whenever your house is next to the freeway, yeah, same here. I'm next to a train tracks. But when I went to I went hiking one time. Like, this is a story that I might tell like repeatedly throughout my career of streaming, because it's like a big point in my life. When I went hiking one time, I heard pure silence for the first time in my life. I've never been somewhere without people, where I'm like truly alone. And it was a whole new experience for me, because not only was I alone, but I don't know, I was somewhere that maybe someone has not been in for a long time. Like, maybe I'm the first person to come here in like 10 years, 7 years. And I thought that was really cool. I can hear my heartbeat from the silence. And then I can hear every single leaf falling from the tree. Whenever there was a breeze or something, I heard it whistling through the entire area. Going to Big Bear was awesome. You went hiking a bit and you could not hear your heartbeat. That's the type of silence that's the type of silence that is very, I don't know, in a way it's scary, because we don't feel it very much as humans. So used to being around other people that we don't feel that silence. And I wish to feel it more, you know? I want to go out someday and see the snow. I want to be able to just kind of exist without existing. I liked it, honestly. There's a thing I was looking at. I look at all these weird video essays and stuff like that, right? I love video essays. So nice. And let me see if I can find it. Okay, so it's a abstract, conceptual, like, idea, right? That I was talking about. It's called existing without existing, where you acknowledge that you are, you know, you're there, right? You acknowledge you exist, you acknowledge you're a human, but at the same time, you are not there. it's very weird, but I don't know if you've ever played a game called Signalis, but it has a big form of nihilism, and nihilism in itself is not very good, of course, you know, getting that everything has purpose and stuff. But yeah, hi Miko. Welcome home. Welcome home. You had a wonderful day. Hide accurate Master Chief to the con. That's really nice. Nihilism is a pretty depressing worldview, but at the same time, there is a lot of things you can do, right? At the same time, it is sometimes good to exist without existing. It's sometimes good to just sit there and become one with the world. To sit by a body of water and watch all the fish float by. And I feel like that's pretty nice. Sometimes we need that. Sometimes we need that little break from existence. Just get lost in the scenery. Yeah. To get lost in the scenery while just vibing. Miko, I'm paying attention to you, but I'm talking about something. This is an ASMR stream, so we're like chill energy, chill vibes. Yeah. We're not doing anything like who's so tall? Yeah. Like Kyuto or Hunto. It was like very accurate. Anyways, what I was talking about was yeah, just not just immersing yourself into the scenery, but becoming part of the scenery, right? Where you're just sitting there and you feel everything around you and you're a part of it. Kind of like how if you're like a Lego piece, right? There's a Lego piece missing and you're that final Lego piece where you just put yourself in. And I think that's nice. Nice to do that once in a while. Relationship goals right there. Yeah, really accurate. You just sit there, watch the squirrels scurry, birds fly. You know, that's one of the things. Like, here in the city, you don't see very many squirrels or birds. You don't see much, right? You don't see life outside of humans. And it's kind of amazing how they have that whole coexistence of how squirrels can live in a tree and store food for the winter, and it'll happen all around us and we'll never know, you know. Song, you want to go to a con? Miko went to a con. Well, Miko deserves it because it was Miko's birthday. Don't you remember? See? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, there was I don't know, there was a bird I saw the other day, right? I was walking down my street and I saw an injured bird. One of the things you can't do, no, like, it's not really nice to do, is to touch birds that are injured. At least from what I was told. Because if you touch them when they're injured, you can potentially harm them more if you don't know what you're doing. And I don't know what I'm doing. I don't study bird anatomy. But at the same time, I don't want this bird to die. No. That's one of the scariest things. I would have went fanboy over. What, the whole group of the NCR? NCR is nice. But yeah. Anyways. The bird was kind of there, and when I came back later, it wasn't there anymore. So I can only hope that it got better. it saw something new, you know. It was found its way to safety. It can recover well. I don't know too much about bird anatomy. I don't know how wings heal or anything like that. So, you have 3 health divers. That's good. I still need to work on a Helldivers cosplay someday. I just don't have the time. Or materials, or motivation, I guess. Yeah, it says loud because it's overall when I'm streaming. Yeah. Edward Elric cosplay. Let me look that up actually. Oh, you don't want to be disrespectful. How do you call those when anime character imitate? What do you mean? How do you call those an anime character imitates person? I don't really understand that. Elric. I'm looking this up right now actually. Hold on. Oh, Edward Elric. Oh, I've seen him before. Yeah, I've seen him. I could probably cosplay him, actually. Yeah. Although if he's tall, I can't cosplay. I'm not tall. I'm actually really short. Oh, so many people are doing all the things I love. It was a phase 1 Cody. His helmet had the fin. And yeah, it's phase 1. The phase 1s have the fins with a little red dot in the back. And the phase 2s are more flat. Yeah. I have to start. I'm gonna end it off with a raid soon. My back hurts so much. Person didn't really follow the question they had. Yeah, I thought you were gonna say the question. We need con now. I mean, I don't have money to go to a con really. Yeah, that. Maybe someday I'll have money and I'll take everyone to a con. I'll just give con tickets to everyone and we can all go together as a. I feel like that'd be pretty funny. I was like, oh yeah, this is the crew. We're all gonna go to a convention, watch a movie or something. Yeah. Fancy, fancy, fancy guy. Yeah. Very interesting. And a very eventful day, actually. A lot of conversations were talked about today. I think now is a good time to start ending it with a raid. It was good and comfortable. Are there any comfortable people? Oh, that is not comfortable. That is someone cooking. I don't know why that's under comfortable. Yeah. Very silly. Well, we have Omnicat, legal policy. Could do rainy. It can be. Oh, the type of cooking they're doing is not very cozy. It's literally, like, they're butchering a cow. Yeah, they're butchering the cow because they're making it from scratch. Oh, Lucy. Lucy just went live. Great, Lucy. Yeah, of course we're gonna rate Lucy. Lucy's amazing. Plus she deserves... Well, he deserves, love. You know? Love, attention. Anyways. Thank you everyone for watching. I'm gonna put the Discord. You can't jump scare. There you go, I put the Discord. So we can all keep in chat. What, Miko? The jump scares don't work on ASMR streams. Yeah, I know. Just said. Okay. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day and or night, and I'll see you all next time. And bye everyone.